Hey, welcome to my channel and to my first video ever on this channel. Hi, I'm Emma, or M, and I'm going to be showing you how I make my stickers. So I make stickers from my planner, and then I also make bigger ones. So there are a million different processes and like ways that you can get from point A to point B with the sticker process, but I'm gonna share mine. And in mine I use my iPad Pro, my MacBook, my printer, Cricut, and then sticker paper. And the sticker paper I am using right now is Online Labels, and you can get them off Amazon. 100 sheets for like $20, I think. So it all starts with an idea. You have to know what kind of stickers you want to make. In this video, I'm going to be making stickers from my planner, and I'm probably going to end up selling them on my Etsy shop. So like I said, I'm going to be making stickers from my planner, and then I'm also going to make, I know that I want to make coffee stickers, so like kind of like a Starbucks, but not really Starbucks because can't do that. So just like a bunch of like maybe a frappuccino and then a hot coffee and that kind of stuff. And in my sticker packs I make 3 or 4 different types of stickers, and then I'll put them on a few times. So I use an app called Procreate, which I know a lot of people use to draw their stickers. Some people will sketch them in a notebook, or even completely color them and everything, make it a finished artwork before importing it to Procreate, but I do everything on my iPad. Here's my iPad, and this is a little sticker I made of my gecko, and then I spilled water on it, and it's not the waterproof kind. So yeah, the one on label is not waterproof, so waterproof paper is a lot more expensive than that. And then I also have my Apple Pencil, which love it. Alright, so I'm gonna switch the camera around so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so here is the Procreate app, and then here are some of my drawings and a picture of myself. Ew. Yeah, so we're gonna press the plus sign right here, and then I just have been doing screen size, and then it'll open up. And if you don't know how to use Procreate, there's a ton of tutorials out there, but I'm just going to show a few things that I do. So I use the hard airbrush for pretty much everything, and I just turn the streamlining all the way up so that you can get smoother lines to this, instead of something like this, which you can see the difference. If I am looking for inspiration or a reference, I will open up Pinterest and look up like Starbucks Frappuccino. So, and then you find a picture that you like. I think I like this picture. So then you can screenshot it and save it to photos, or you can just have it up for reference. I think I am going to screenshot this one. You can also save it to your pins, save to photos. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find that. So here it is. And then I'll just swipe up right here and pull Procreate right here. So the iPad Pro lets you have 2 things open at once. Then I'll just make the Frappuccino very small, and then I can, you know, draw the Frappuccino and and have a nice reference picture. So yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm going to insert a time lapse of it because Procreate does record time lapses for you. So I'll record that, and then I will come back and show you once I'm finished, and we'll meet up for the next step. Okay, here's what it looks like now. I hope that you liked my little time lapse I did. I hope that you think my stickers are cute. So this one is my mocha frappi. This one is my pink drink or cotton candy frappuccino. This one is just like hot coffee or hot chocolate, and this one is a caramel macchiato. And what I do is I don't really flatten them. If you have them in groups, you can flatten them. But one thing I did want to touch on really quick is that if you so let's just go right here. If you so say I want to make a circle. Okay, well say I want to make a circle and I just draw a circle. If I hold my pencil down or my finger, whatever I'm drawing with, for long enough, it will create a shape and then I can move it and do what I want. And right now it's an ellipse, but if I click on edit shape, it will allow me to make it a circle, and then it's pretty much a perfect circle. And then one thing that I did also want to talk about is, so the last one I did was the caramel macchiato or caramel, whatever. And so what you're gonna do is, I've made 52 layers. You're going to drag it underneath your grouping of stickers, and then you're going to select whatever, whatever tool you want, and then you're gonna make it bigger, so pretty big. And then also you can just undo by like tapping with 2 fingers, so by the way. But what we're gonna do is make sure your layer is underneath whatever you want to draw on or whatever you want to focus on. And we're just gonna go around the outside, and this is the line that your Cricut will cut. So I held down so it made a straight line, and then I can just select this and move it wherever I want. So let's just say I want to be that big, and so your Cricut can't cut all of these individual, well, it can, but the stickers will not look as good if you give it a nice background. So what I'm gonna do, just so it's easy and kind of lazy, I'll duplicate this layer so then it's the exact same thing, and then I'll flip it horizontally, and then I'll set it right here so it kind of fits, and then I'll merge it down, make a new layer. You want these lines to be very smooth so that your Cricut doesn't have a hard time cutting your stuff out. And if I make the sticker layer on top of it invisible, then I'm going to grab the color, the white, and then fill it in so that way it is nice and solid underneath my sticker. So I hope you guys like my little Starbucks logo. That's me. That's how I draw myself, I guess, as a Starbucks person. But I chose this nice blue because I love blue. But you can leave the background white. I just change it sometimes. I don't always change it, because yeah, then you can see where you drawn and everything. And I did have a little bit of a hard time with this whipped cream. I don't know if you saw that, but I figured it out. So I did get some other reference pictures. So I used this one, and then I used this one for the lid, and then I used this one for the frappuccino. On to the next step and the exciting step. I'm just going to include this, macchiato background in with the group. So yeah, for the next step, I'm going to need my Mac. So you can turn on if you want to. You can email these to yourself, or if you don't have a Mac to airdrop it, but I'm just gonna airdrop it to myself. Like I said, I'm gonna be airdropping this to myself. So what we're gonna do is right here, this little check means visibility. So if you click it, then it will make the background invisible, which is what you want. And then you're gonna do one by one all of your layers. So this layer actually is like the cup, but all of my cups are pretty much the same size, and that's because I drew the first cup and I drew the logo, and then I copied it into this layer by itself. I'm gonna start with the pink drink, or it's really a frappuccino, not a pink drink, but whatever. So I'm just gonna have this selected, which it would be blue, and then I'm gonna go up here, do share PNG, Okay, so here is my MacBook Pro, and I'm going to airdrop it to myself. So, alright, that is sent. And then we're going to do the same with all the rest of them. So the Mocha Frappuccino, PNG, and I choose PNG because from my knowledge it gives you the clearest, but I've also heard that JPEGs are okay for different types of images and artwork and stuff, so whatever, anything works. Okay, so when I'm done, I make them all visible again, make the background visible so it looks pretty. And then yeah, so there's that. Alright, now we are done with the iPad side of things, and it is time to get onto the Mac. Alright, so here we have the stickers in the downloads folder, and so open up Photoshop. I use CS6, but you can use whatever. Go to File, New, and we're just going to call this Coffee Planner Stickers. And I do have some different sizes for my sheets, but for my planner stickers, I stick to, make sure you are in inches over here, and then make your width 4.3 and your height 3.15. Make sure the resolution is 300, you have RGB color on, and your background contents are transparent. Okay, so here's what it'll look like. This is the space you have for your stickers. So this is the entire sticker sheet will be this size. So the next thing you're going to do is go to View and make sure your rulers are on. You can also press Command R if you are on a MacBook, but just make sure they're on, and here, this is one up here and over here. What we're going to do is actually drag guides from the top, and they will snap into place at the top, bottom, and both sides. So there's that. And then we are going to go down here to this rounded rectangle tool, and it will show up as the rectangle tool if you have not used it before, but I have, so it will, you just have to click on the rounded rectangle tool. So click on that. So at the top up here, this is all your settings for it. You want to make sure that you are on shape. You want to make sure that your fill is set to white or whatever color you would like your sticker background to be. And you can just ignore the stroke. And then you want to set your radius to 50 pixels or 50 px. Now go to one of the corners and click and drag the entirety, and there we go. So this is the size of our sticker sheet. The corners are going to be rounded, and this is how we get the Cricut to actually cut out the rounded corners for us, so we don't have to do it ourselves. Now what we're going to do is make a new layer down here at the bottom. So new layer, and here it is. And then we are going to grab a guide, and now we are going to make the header for our sticker sheet. I'm going to drag this about 0.8 down because that is how I like mine to be. There. It'll be 0.8 inches tall. So I am actually going to grab the rounded rectangle tool again and do the same thing, grab the corner, and all we have to do this time is make sure we get the entire width of the canvas, and then make sure that our rounded corners on the bottom go past the 0.8 inch line. So then we can let go. Now we have to rasterize our rectangle. So I'm going to right click on it down here and then click rasterize layer. And that just means that we can edit it. So now I'm going to go over here to the paint bucket tool, and I'm going to select a color that I want. If you click down here, you can select any color you want, but I have a preset over here, a preset swatch for my planner sticker. So I'm just going to click it, and I'm going to fill in my header by just clicking where I know the rectangle is. And then I want this part to be flat under this line. So I'm going to go up here and grab my rectangular marque, I don't know how to say it, tool. But I'm going to grab that, and then I'm going to put my cursor right at under the 0.8 inch line, and then get the entire width. The part that I do not want is selected, and I'm just going to click delete. And then to deselect, you can just click anywhere outside of your canvas. And then we can get rid of that 0.8 inch line, and this is how it looks. Now it is time to make our title. So we're going to go over here to the horizontal type tool and just click it. and drag out a text box. Now, the font I use is Simplicity. I got it on dafont.com. You can look it up if you want. And then I'm going to go down here to the bottom and make sure that my foreground color is black, because that is the text that I use for my titles. And I'm first going to make my subtitle. So I just say that it is by me. And then I'm just going to drag the text box to however much text I'm going to use. And then I'm just going to place it in the middle, just like that. Now we are going to go back and grab the text tool again and make another text box. And this title I make 36, size 36. The other one was 24. So I am calling this Coffee Planner Stickers. So let's make it a little bit bigger so it can all fit on one line. And that looks good. Okay. So I'm just going to drag that up, and then I will click the first layer, the first text layer that I made, and just using my arrow keys to nudge it up, go back until I like how it looks. Okay, now what we're going to do, since we have our background, is select all of our layers. So to do that, we are going to hold Shift, click on the top layer, and then click on the bottom layer, right click, and do Merge Layers. You do not want to flatten it. Definitely don't do that, because that would get rid of the transparent background, and then we would not have our rounded corners. Alright, so the next step is we need to go back to our Finder, to our downloads, and we need to drag in all of our coffee drinks. So what I'm going to do is just hold my cursor down and select all of them like this, and drag them right into Photoshop. Now they're going to have these big X's on them because they will need to be rasterized as well if we would like to edit them, but for now we're not going to. So all I do is I'm going to go up here and press this, the move tool, and then press enter or return on my keyboard to place it. So I already know the order that I want to make these in, so I'm going to go ahead and move them around to how I want, and all I'm going to do with that is grab them with the move tool and put them where I want them. If I do want to make them smaller, I can select all of them over here by selecting the top layer and holding Shift and selecting the bottom layer. So then I will size them all the exact same. Do Command T or Control T, hold Shift and grab a corner, and then they will all stay with their width and height locked in. So I think I am going to do that, maybe a little bit smaller still. And then we just have to apply it. Okay, so now I am going to put them in the order that I want them in, and I might duplicate them. And to duplicate, all you have to do is go down at the layer, right click it, and you can do duplicate layer, and then press enter, and then you will have a duplicate. Or if you want, you can just hold Option or Alt if you're on a Windows and just drag out from the original layer. So that is all you have to do. I'm going to go ahead and put mine in the order I want them in. Okay, so when doing this, you want to make sure that you are leaving enough space in between the stickers for your Cricut to cut. So we can go down here to our background, make it invisible, and then you can see that none of the stickers are touching, which is good. I might make them a bit smaller. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is merge all of our sticker layers. So click on the bottom one, or you can start at the top if you want, and then go all the way to the top. So, and hold shift and click the top one, and then you have them all selected. Do merge layers, and then all of your stickers will be on one layer. Okay, so now we're gonna make more sticker sheets than just one, because this would be a waste of paper if we just printed out one. So what we're going to do is go up here to image, canvas size, and then we're going to change the width to 9 and the height to 6.5, and then press OK and zoom out, and here's what you see. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these guidelines that I created. So now to move both layers, we're going to click the top one, hold shift, and click the bottom one, and then just use our move tool to move it to the top left hand corner. Now what we're going to do is right click and duplicate the layers, and then we will automatically have the second sticker sheet selected, and we can move that to the bottom right there. And now we're going to do it again. There we go. So this is how it will look on a sheet of paper. It will print out just like this. So what we're going to do is go down here to the layers and select all of the sticker layers by holding down Command or Control. So this one, this one, this one, and then right click and do merge layers. Do the same with the background. Merge layers. Okay, so now we have all of our stickers on one layer and all of our backgrounds on another layer. So all we have to do now is make sure that you still have this checkered background in between your stickers, because that's very important. It means that the Cricut will cut. So it'll cut around these, and then it will also cut around these. So make your background layer invisible, and so all you have visible is your stickers, and then go to File, Save As, and then I'm going to save it to my desktop, and I'm going to save it as Coffee Planner Stickers, and we're going to save it as a PNG. Just make sure it changes to a PNG up here, and then we're going to go ahead and save. And I tried to do this already, but it didn't work out, so I'm just going to replace the one that I already did. And then just click OK. And now we are going to make the background visible and the stickers invisible and do the exact same thing. Except this time I'm going to be calling it Coffee Planner BG, or background, and save it as a PNG and save. Okay. So now that we have those two saved, I'm just going to make this visible, and I'm going to go ahead and save the PSD file or Photoshop file as Coffee Planner Stickers. And I'm actually going to save that in a different folder. So I have a folder specifically for my sticker PSDs. So we're going to go ahead and save that. Okay. And now we need to open up Cricut Design Space. Alright, so here is Cricut Design Space. When you open it up to a new canvas, this is what it looks like. So we're going to go to Upload, Upload Image, and then we're just going to drag our stickers into the drag and drop area. So once it loads, you can make sure it's, correct or whatever. Go to Complex, Continue, and then we get a good look at our stickers. Here they are. Continue. And so here you want to make sure that they aren't touching anywhere. So make sure that they're all individual stickers, and it looks good. So we're going to do Save. All right, so now we need to upload our background. So go to Upload Image again, drag and drop your background. We're going to save it as Complex once again. Check it out once again. Make sure they're all separated, which they definitely are, and then save. So now what we're going to do is we're going to select both of the files that we just uploaded, and then go to Insert Image. And then for some reason they up here as these giant images. So what we're gonna do is just select both of them, and then I will change the width up here at the top, and we're gonna change it to 9, and then it should automatically change your height to somewhere around 6.5, and then we're just going to drag it to the top corner. And now I'm going to select the coffee planner sticker, so only this layer, and we actually have to go back to our file in Photoshop. Okay, so what we're going to do now that we're back is make the background invisible, and we're just going to zoom in and grab our ruler up here at the top and drag it until it snaps to the stickers. So our Y value is 0.893. So we're going to go back to Safari, and for the Y position we're going to type in 0.893, and there we go. So now we have to figure out our X position in the exact same way. Go right here. Alright, so it is 0.077. 0.077, and there we go. This is how it should look now. Now a new thing that I'm actually doing is duplicating the background a few times so that it should cut all the way through. So we're just going to right click on this and click duplicate a few times. So duplicate. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all we're gonna do, it looks crazy right now, just drag it to the top corner and it will correct itself. Okay, now drag your stickers to the top, and it looks just like it did before. So the next and last step before we get into cutting and printing is just selecting all of the layers and clicking attach down here at the bottom. And now we're gonna make it. So it will look like this, and this is how you're going to put it on your Cricut mat. We're gonna hit continue. I don't have my Cricut connected right now. I think it's off actually. But so to send it to the printer, we're just going to click send to printer, select your printer, and then we're going to turn bleed off, and then go ahead and print it out. So let's cut back to real life. Make sure your dial is set to custom. So make sure you have sticker paper in your printer, and then go ahead and print it. Alright, so here's what the stickers look like. There is a little boo-boo on this one because I messed up, or because the Cricut machine messed up, but I called it early and it's okay. All the rest are okay, and I'll keep that one for myself. So now what I'm going to do is hopefully it cut all the way through. Oh, it did, perfect. So now I just get to peel up the excess. Awesome. And recycle that. And then what we're going to do is flip this over and start peeling it, so that way we're bending the mat and not the stickers. So there they are. This one's mine. I am going to be selling these on my Etsy shop. Well, that one's messed up, but yeah, I am going to be selling them on my Etsy shop, and any ones that are messed up or not perfect, basically, because I'm kind of a perfectionist, I will be selling for a discount. Every once in a while I'll probably list a bunch that are damaged or whatever I'll call it. But here's how they look. I am very happy with it. Yeah. Now I really want to use these in my planner, so let's go do that. So this is my good old planner. Yesterday I actually went to Starbucks, and it's all freaking Hamilton, but that's crazy. So I got a mocha frappy, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this right here. I got Starbucks. So here's how it looks in my planner. Of course, if you're like, you don't want it to be on top of the lines, you don't have to do that, but yeah. So that's the sticker we made. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love it if you could support me on this channel and on my Etsy store. If you want to buy some of the stickers, you can definitely do that. I'm going to put 3 in stock. Yeah, so I do have another YouTube channel where I post vlogs. And I am going to be hosting a studio vlog, just of me working a little bit on a few stickers. I already have filmed a lot of it, and I just need to edit it, but I wanted to post this as my first video, so hey. Yeah. All my links will be below if you're interested. I hope this helped you a little bit. I know it's a lot of information and a lot of learning, and there's definitely a learning curve, and I know that not everybody has all of the equipment that I have, so I'm thinking about making a video where I do it without all of the things and stuff. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Yeah. Alright, bye.